What's up, my wizards? It's Dev back again from SBMTG, that channel down there. Got some more spoilers for you today. Wizards spoiled a couple of cool things and a whole new cycle of cards. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Let's talk about Topan Freeblade first of all. This is a cool card, man, and it's a common, so limited. That's pretty awesome. A 2-mana Vigilance Renown 2/2, Renown 1. So we're talking about a possible 2-mana 3/3. You gotta work for it, but it also has the Vigilance and a relevant creature type. It's a soldier. So we were just talking about mono white soldiers the other day. So yeah, I think that this could be a fair card and might actually see some constructive play of mono white soldiers. Really is a thing. Let us know if you want to see that deck. Although we do have a glut of mono white coming up. It's Soul Sisters, enchantments. Although I'm thinking about making Bant enchantments for Magic Origins, and now mono white soldiers. So we got to do some stuff to balance it out. I'm probably going to do mono red budget aggro. But anyway, I digress. This card is fine. Let's go ahead and talk about this cycle that Wizards spoiled. The whole thing here. This, first of all, is Cleric of the Forward Order. I was just talking about how I like the names in this set. Then they spoil like the worst name for a card ever. Cleric of the Forward Order. Don't really like effects like this, especially without a relevant creature type. Not going to be really standard playable, I don't think. I don't even really like it in limited because you have to have it in multiples, and you know, what are the chances you have like 3 of these? So, not a big fan. Let's keep it moving. This is Undead Servant. You know, you get to thinking about this and you're like, well, if I flip my whole library, I can get 3 zombies in this guy. So it's just not very good, even at like maximum effect. So, not a big fan. Let's keep it moving. This is Timberpack Wolf. I have a feeling we've seen this before, actually. You know, Timberpack Wolf seems fine. But again, even in limited, this counts sort of on having multiples. It's a bear in and of itself, a 2-mana 2/2, so that's good, and even more just add better value. But I just am not a huge fan, even in limited play, especially in limited play, and I don't really see it. Now in constructed, probably not. Now the other 2 cards in this cycle are, I think, a fair degree of separation between the cards I've already talked about and these next 2 cards. The first one being Infectious Bloodlust. Now, the new Rancor this ain't, but people are saying that. But I do like, you know, 2 power. Haste is very desirable. Don't like the rage thing they have to attack every turn. But, you know, all in all, it replaces itself and the creature dies, which is the main argument against enchantments, is that you get 2 for 1. But you still lose some board position, some presence. So I'm just, you know, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this. Still costs the 2 mana, and mono red aggro we'll see, but that deck has so many options that I don't think this is one of them realistically, right now at least. So I do think, again, this is better than the other 3 cards in the cycle I've already talked about, but still just almost, just not quite there, but close. Now this is the card I like. This is Fairy Miscreant. Now in fish decks, which are sort of aggro tempo based decks that like card advantage and things like that, finish out the game by attacking with small evasive creatures. This is a very good 1-drop, but notice how Wizards controlled it. You don't draw a card for each Miscreant you have. Just if you happen to have another one, draw a card. So for that reason it is controlled, but it's also sort of better. This doesn't count on having a bunch of multiples to be really good, just the other one. And a 1-mana 1/1 flyer with no drawback, like usually these can only block creatures with flying or something like this. But this is just straight up flying men, and that, I really like that. I mean, that's a solid card in and of itself. I like script sprites, flying men, whatever. So I'm a pretty big fan of this, and I think it might actually have a place. We're seeing a cool fish deck take shape here. We've got like Silumgar Sorcerer and a couple of other pieces. So I do like Miscreants, and I think it might do a thing, but we'll have to see. Here's Jace's Sanctum. This is the Mana Sources spoiler. I think they got a cooler one this time than they did last time. But in any case, this is, again, super cool. Just read the text on the card. All it says is, you know, your instants and sorceries cost 1 less. Yes. Your whenever you do cast 1, scry. Yes, do that. I want that. So 4 mana is very prohibitive, especially in the formats that want this, Modern and Legacy. Really want an effect like this, but I don't think it'll crack those formats simply because it costs so much mana. But same time, we might see something like this in Standard. People are like, maybe the Jeskai combo thing, but it doesn't really need this piece to do what it does. So I think it's probably 4 something. I just don't think we know yet. Brewers love this set so far. I think we can all agree. There's so many cards in the set so far that people are like, this is a build around, but what do we do? So, you know, take together and get some ideas and bring them back to us, Wizards, because I'm really interested in this card. I just don't know what it does yet. And finally, this is Kytheon's Irregulars. They spoiled this last night as well. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I like it. I will say the top of the curve, and again, mono white soldiers, very good card. Once you play this, you theoretically have the mana to tap down 2 creatures every single turn and swing in. And, seems efficient. Once you Renown, it's a 4 mana 5 power, so pretty good, although 4 mana 4/3 I'm not a huge fan of. Although I do really like the flavor of the card. This card reminds me of anime. I'm not sure which anime, but it just reminds me of anime. A lot of flavor. Characters are very well defined, so maybe we'll get something with them in the lore. But in any case, I do think that the card is more than fair. Somebody on Magic Origins or Mythic Origins spoilers was like 2 white win game. I don't think it's that good. In limited it is. This is a crazy limited bomb. But it probably will see some constructed play if mono white soldiers is a thing, although I don't really see it outside of that deck. Well, that's all I got for now, but keep in touch. There's probably going to be more spoilers tonight because spoiler season is really starting to snowball at this point. We're getting some really cool stuff. So keep in touch, man. Sub if you haven't done that yet. Remember to like and share. That helps us grow so much, and we're trying to do that. We really appreciate it when you thumbs up, too. And, comment. We want to know how you feel about these and any decks that you want us to be working on. We're always listening. So, yeah, I'm Dev from SBMTG with more spoilers later. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, my wizards.